So this dude, Nick Fuentes, who happens to lead what Politico calls the Extremist America First movement, well, he's been labeled a white nationalist and an election lie spreader. But now he's adding a new label onto that, proud incel. Check this out.
Well, I'm not just some guy that just has some wagey job. I'm not. I'm more creative. And there's anything wrong with having a wagey job, but I'm a creative person. I'm a leader. I have an important role in this. I have lots of responsibilities. I don't have the same priorities. I don't have the same life as somebody that isn't doing this. I couldn't be doing this if I was like that. So anyway, so I appreciate it. It's true, but I don't need to rationalize it or anything. It's like, look, it's, oh, you haven't had sex. It's like, well, I haven't chosen to do that yet. I'm choosing instead to be an historical figure. I'm choosing instead to lead an historical right-wing movement. So it's a cope. But anyway, I'm an incel. I am a proud incel. And when I'm good and ready, I'll get married. I'll still be an incel, though.
I ain't got nothing for you on this one right now, but I'll give it to Cenk. Go ahead.
How does that work? That you're going to get married, but you're still going to be an incel. I hope you let your prospective non-existent wife know that, in case you. And by the way, if you don't know what incel means, it means involuntarily celibate, which is a condition that all of us were in at one point. And so, but now they've taken it obviously in a supernova toxic direction. But I believe when you say you've chosen to be an incel, that is an oxymoron. No, it's involuntarily celibate. And so, and who are you kidding? Let's get to the beef here, right? He's like, I don't have to rationalize this. I chose not to have sex. Sure you did. Sure you did. Okay, of course, sure. And then he says, that's because I'm a historical figure. Are you? That might be the funniest excuse for not getting laid I have ever heard. Hey, Nicholas, it looks like you're not getting any. What's going on? Oh, it's because I'm a historical figure.
Yeah,
Is that really how it works?
Yes, of course. When I'm trying to get in them textbooks, I don't have time to get in them pants. I feel like that's what he's communicating. And this man, and especially he got that little mustache thing going or whatever. It's like, no, son, this is not a choice as much as it's a product of your persona and who you are. Bridget, go ahead.
No, completely. This is like me saying, oh, I could be in a relationship with Jason Momoa, but I'm just too busy with my podcast to make it happen, right? Like, I don't believe him. It's giving the energy of the kid who was like, oh, my girlfriend goes to another school, you can't meet her. And side note, all of the different extremist, right-wing, like white supremacist figures that you think of, a lot of them have wives and girlfriends. They have incredibly like messy personal relationships. So this idea that you can't be a like extremist, white supremacist, historical figure and also get laid is just not true. There are so many people out there that do it. I just question whether or not Nick Fuentes actually could be one of them. It sounds like maybe the answer is no.
No. Yeah. Go ahead, Cenk. What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say to back up what Bridget's saying. I mean, Ted Cruz has a wife.
Right.
Yep.
I rest my case. Although there was the funniest thing ever when the National Enquirer, which is obviously friendly with Donald Trump, during the 2016 campaign, had a story that Ted Cruz had 5 mistresses. Okay, yeah, that definitely didn't happen.
You know what, Cenk? I think he does have 5 mistresses. I could totally believe that, and they would be right here on his right hand.
Oh!
Did it?
So, well, hey, we can move on because I'm gonna take the high road. And so one thing I can tell you is that this whole historical life that Nick is trying to live is not going very well. Fuentes' extracurricular activities, well, they earned him a subpoena from the January 6th committee investigating that whole thing on the Capitol. And this is per the Huffington Post. It wrote that Nicholas Fuentes and Patrick Casey, leaders in the America First movement, have been asked to turn over relevant documents to the committee by February 2nd and to sit for a deposition by February 9th. Also, in a letter, the committee wrote, "You told the crowd they should rally at state capitals every day and said conservatives should be more feral in their tactics to overturn the election. On January 6th, Fuentes was at the U.S. Capitol, egging on his supporters to enter the building. You called on your followers to continue occupying the Capitol until the election results were overturned and proclaimed a glorious day on your Twitter." And there's reportedly no evidence that Fuentes entered the building. However, the January 6th committee also wants more information about the $250,000 Bitcoin donation Fuentes received in December 2020 from a French computer programmer, as well as a $25,000 donation, I'm guessing Casey received, to see if they're related to the January 6th insurrection.
Guys, to be fair to Fuentes, he had to cancel 3 dates on January 6th to be a historical figure.
He gave up a lot for this country.
And, he really did. I mean, I'm sure women are beating down his door. They're like, please let me get at that mustache. Yeah, and he's like, real. Sorry, I'm planning an insurrection. I don't have time.
Insurrection comes first.
Absolutely. And this is no shade on anyone who's asexual. Definitely do you. This is shade on this man because he is doing him and no one wants to do him.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. I really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.